will go ahead and get started. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for our webinar today. It is Youth Month here at the Credit Union, and so we are really in the spirit of providing financial literacy and the best products and services to our young people. We have a lot of exciting things going on right now for our youth programs at Neches, and we're going to talk about that today. I'm really excited. But before we get started, I just want to take a moment and introduce our special guest, Mr. Jacob Devillier. Hi, Jacob.
Hello.
Hi. Jacob is our VP of Member Services here at Neches, and I'm really excited to have him on for this webinar today. You know, Jacob, I've been thinking a lot with it being Youth Month, just how valuable it is to simply open up that savings account and start teaching financial concepts to our children at a young age. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I totally agree. There was a survey done last year in 2022, and 82% of Gen Z and 81% of millennials reported financial situations and money as a significant source of daily stress. So it's definitely something that is needed with our young people. They're getting to be adults and they're struggling a little bit. So knowing that void exists, we're a credit union. We're all about our members and we love our communities. So we want to make a difference in our communities. And with that, we want them to grow and learn financially. So we want to partner with the parents to help provide the resources needed to improve financial literacy and, encourage long-term success. And, by opening a minor account at Neches, that gives the parent the opportunity to partner with their own child, to make regular deposits, show them how to build up a savings, begin to understand financial lingo, all the things that come with that, and then just, get them started on their financial path.
Absolutely. And all of those things that you talked about, just those everyday concepts like coming in and making a deposit, or filling out a check or doing a cash withdrawal, all of those things are everyday concepts that are teaching basic financial literacy, whether you realize it or not. So I agree with you completely on that. Jacob, we have a lot of different resources here for our youth programs. Can you talk a little bit about just like what are the basics to open up an account for your child here at Neches?
Yeah, so we have accounts for youth ranging from newborn all the way up to age 17, and it's pretty simple to open up an account. For the child, if you're doing it in branch, we need the Social Security number. We don't necessarily need the card, but if you are doing it online, we do like to collect that card as additional verification. And then as a parent, we just need the driver's license. There's additional verifications that could be needed, but to get started, that's all you need. It's just $5 to open up a savings account. And that's what makes you become a member of the credit union, get your child started. And then once they're eligible, checking account is free. There's no required minimum deposit. And we do have our Neches Baby program where if they open up a savings account before their first birthday, then we're going to cover that initial $5 deposit for them.
Absolutely. And I know that the online process, that's a fairly new feature that we just started providing for minor accounts, right? So what is the minimum age on opening up an account for your minor online?
So minimum age online is going to be 8 years old. They have to be at least 8 to 17, and they can do it online. Of course, if they're over 18, they're considered an adult at that time, and we do have online opening for them as well. And there's really two major types of accounts when it comes to minors that we have that I'll talk about real quick. The first one, it's a TUTMA account. This is a custodial account that's set up in the minor's name with their information, and the account is completely controlled by the custodian. This is where funds are deposited as an irrevocable gift to a child. Once the child attains age 21, then the funds will be turned over to them by the custodian. This is a savings account only. Grandparents do it sometimes where they want to give money, put money aside for the child, but don't necessarily want the child to have access to it. Parents could do the same as well. These type of accounts do have to be opened up in branch. They're not available online. And the next type of account, which is the main type of account, is a multiple party account. This is an account that's owned by the child, and the parent is on there as a joint owner or legal guardian would be a joint owner. And they open up the savings account, and once they turn 8 years old, they can have a checking account added to it as well. And this type of account can continue on even after they turn 18. So it's not like a temporary account where they only use it as a minor account and then they have to merge to another one. Everything they set up on this account is going to carry over once they do reach age 18. And for these types of accounts, they can open up in branch or these can be online as long as they're age 8 to 17. And when they do it online, we'll also cover the initial $5 deposit.
Awesome. And then with that online account, should they decide to get a debit card, I know that's a new feature that you're going to talk a lot about that's really exciting for the credit union. If they decide to get a checking account and get a debit card, opening up their account online, do they have options as far as picking up that debit card in branch or it being sent to their house?
Yeah, they could do either one. And with that checking account, that's a part of a new program that we rolled out. It's called nPower Checking, and they have the nPower debit card that comes with it. And of course, it's ages 8 to 17 only. So they can get a debit card at age 8, instant issue in branch, or have it mailed to the residence if you would like. And some of the great features of this checking account and debit card is, you can earn up to 10% APY on the first $500. And the only qualifier that we have is just a minimum of $50. You don't have to use the card a certain amount of times or anything like that. It's just $50 minimum, and then up to 500, you'll get the 10% APY, up to 10% APY. The next thing is parental controls. That's a huge thing. These are 8-year-olds that we're giving debit cards, so we want to let you know about the parental controls that are available as well. And we got a ton of those that we'll go over here in a second. But the next thing is no subscription fees. This is huge. Most companies that offer financial products for minors, they attach a subscription fee to them. And, as a credit union, we saw that and we said, our members deserve better. We want to give them the same experience without a fee. So it's a huge thing that we're so excited to offer, that we have no subscription fees, and, you can take advantage of this. And, it's Neches, it's the Neches that the parents have grown to love, the same level of service and same level of commitment that you get, with a regular account as well.
Absolutely. I agree 100%. And, with this new debit card, it's really a great resource for both the child and the parent, because for the parent, it provides them an easier way to transfer funds to their child, for field trips and for birthday parties and things like that. And those parental controls, I'd definitely love for you to touch base on those a little bit more. But it's just a safer way for you to put money in the hands of your children. And then from the child aspect, it's giving them an everyday concept that they can go ahead and start using now as a child, that they're going to need in their everyday adult life. So I think it's a really, really good resource that we're starting to provide for our youth members ages 8 and up. And so talk a little bit about those parental controls, because I feel like that's a big question that parents will have. What types of controls can they have on those debit cards for, say, like an 8-year-old?
Absolutely. So when you get your account set up for your minors, especially if they're 8 years old, you're going to get access to online banking. And of course, we want the parent to have control of that, because once you have the online banking, whether it's on the computer or through the mobile app, you're going to have access to everything related to that account and that debit card. So with that access, you'll be able to monitor transactions. You can use the mobile app, and you can check in on the balance, see if they're using their card often, if they're using it too much. You can also set up a cross authorization, which will allow you to transfer money to your minor's account from your account. So you would log in on your mobile app to show your account, and you'd be able to transfer funds directly to your minor without having to call the credit union. You could do that 24/7, in the middle of the night. If they're traveling, it's just easy access to get them funds without having to, wait or contact the credit union. They also have the ability in the app to you have the ability to turn the debit card on or off instantly. They are minors, so they may lose the card occasionally or misplace it. So you can go in there and turn it off. And, just in case, so no one finds it and is able to use it. And then if they find it, you can turn it back on and you're good to go. And then also inside of debit card control, there are real-time debit card alerts that you can set up. And you can set those up to be sent as a text message or to your email, to where, as soon as the child swipes the card, you'll be able to see they spent $20 at Taco Bell and they're living their best life. Or, if you see a transaction you don't recognize, then you'd be like, well, let me go ahead and turn the card off until I can confirm that. those are just scenarios where you can get that, but they're real-time alerts. So as soon as the card is swiped, within seconds, you're going to get a text or an email or a push notification on your phone to where you can then confirm with your child or turn the card off. And then another feature inside of debit card control is spending controls. So inside of there, you can set spending controls for merchant type. You can set it for transaction type, spending limits. If you don't want the card to be used online or through phone ordering, you only want it to be used at the ATM or in person, you can turn online ordering off to where they can't do that. You can also set a spending limit. If you don't want the card to be charged for more than $50 at a time, you can set that limit on there, and to where the child doesn't have full access to the account with the debit card. So there are those controls to help rein in, because we don't want the child to just be released and them have the account, and we want the parent to be right there alongside with them, and these controls help them do that without physically being there.
Right. And, I think that it goes without saying that all of those customizable controls that you can do on this debit card, you really have more control over what your child is doing with the money versus cash, so that's awesome that there's so many controls on that. And, I really do. I think that this is such a fantastic product that we are providing for minors. And it doesn't stop there. The nPower debit card is a really great resource, but we have so many perks for our Neches kids here at the credit union. One big one is we do what's called our Incredible Grades program. And so every 6 weeks, all you have to do is turn in your child's report card if they make all A's, and they get entered in to win a $100 drawing. So that's a really simple perk. All you have to do is turn in that report card. And then we also do an annual Kids Day every year to celebrate both of our youth programs. We also do birthday cards. We send birthday cards to all of our members 12 and under, and they have different goodies inside of them. And then for our 13 to 18-year-old members, we also do monthly Inspire events that they are able to attend. If you're a Neches member, you also are eligible for scholarships that we give away to seniors every year. We also have branches inside 3 of our local high schools, those being Nederland, Port Neches, Groves, and Lumberton. We do 2% rate discounts on first-time borrower loans, as well as 0% PC loans. And then on top of all of those, we're consistently providing financial education for our young people in our community. So there are so many benefits to being a Neches member at a young age. And, I think that we're constantly innovating to come up with the best ways to serve our young people and provide them with financial literacy. And nPower debit card is a perfect example of that. That's a brand new innovation that I think is really going to be beneficial for both our youth members and for their parents. So,
it was a great product, and we were great to get that together. And so everyone was so excited to work on that because it just brought so much value to our members and to our community, and just super excited about to launch that for everyone.
Absolutely. And you can really see the excitement from the parents. The feedback that we've gotten here lately since we launched that a couple of weeks ago is just that, just how excited they all are to be able to provide that for their kids. So we're excited. We hope you're excited about that product. And that's the Neches way. We will keep on innovating and providing the best products and resources for our members. So Jacob, we have a few minutes left. I have a few common questions here that we get in terms of our youth products and services. I'd like to read them off to you and have you answer them. The first one says, what is the minimum age I can add my child as an authorized user on my Neches credit card or get them their own? And that's a question I get asked a lot when I do financial literacy classes is adding that child as an authorized user to a credit card. So can you answer that for us? Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so the minimum age for that is going to be 16 for both, whether they want to be added as an authorized signer to your existing card, or if you want to get them a credit card of their own, you would be the parent would be added as a co-signer, and the minimum age for that is 16.
Okay. Yeah. And, one question that I get too with that question is, how does this help my child to build their credit score? If that's something that the parent is interested in, and I know we've talked before that it really just varies financial institution to financial institution, but for us with that authorized user age being 16, we will have that credit history from 16, on, but they won't actually have a credit score until they turn 18. That's just a question that I get often in terms of adding minors to credit cards as authorized users. The next one says, what types of controls can I set on my child's account if they have a debit card? So I know that you already touched on that a little bit, but it'd be great to reiterate it.
Yeah, so I'll just run back through quickly on the main controls. First, we want to monitor transactions. Second would be to set up a cross authorization from the parent's account to the minor's account, so that way they can transfer funds to them easily. And I'll just add something on that too. That doesn't allow the child to pull from the parent's account. That only allows the parent to send money to the minor's account. And they can't see the parent's balance or anything like that. It just adds a functionality to transfer directly to them. Third would be to turn the card on or off instantly. That's a huge feature that comes in handy. Fourth would be the real-time debit card alerts, to where they can get alerted in seconds within a transaction. And then finally, the spending controls, where they can set spending limits, merchant limits, type of transaction limits, all those things.
I'm just really amazed by that, at all of the different controls that we can provide the parents. It's really customizable based on what they want that experience to be. So I think that that's so great. We have one more. It's what is the minimum age for the 2% first-time borrower discount?
So the minimum age is 16 years old with a co-signer up to age 25. There are restrictions that do apply. So if that is something that interests you, make sure to check with a member of our loan team to get all the little details. So that way we can get you set up if you need it.
Absolutely. Well, really quick, before we sign off, it is Youth Month here at the credit union. And so I just wanted to go over those incentives with everybody really quick. We have a lot of exciting things going on for the kids. So the first one is going to be for our Engage members. Those are members ages 0 to 12. And so if they make a $25 deposit, they get a pair of sunglasses, and they also get entered in to win a PS5. If they make a $100 deposit or more, they of course get the sunglasses. They also get a really cool t-shirt with our mascot Incredible on it. And they also get entered in to win a PS5. And then for our Inspire members, those are ages 13 to 18. So again, for a $25 deposit, they too get a pair of sunglasses. If they make a $100 deposit or more, they get the sunglasses. They also get a really cool tie-dye fanny pack, and they get entered in to win a PS5 as well. And so we will be drawing a PS5 for our Engage members and for our Inspire members. So we'll be giving away 2. And you get an entry for every $25 deposit that you make. The only restriction with that is you can do 1 deposit, 1 entry per day. So it's a really exciting thing. Our youth members get really excited about Youth Month. It's really, really fun. So we hope that you take advantage and bring them in. This is a great opportunity to bring them in and let them make that deposit themselves, and start, educating them in terms of financial literacy. Well, Jacob, do you have anything else that you'd like to add today before we sign off?
Yeah, last thing that I would add on goes back to the nPower checking account. That is a new product that we have. So if you have a minor that had a checking account prior to April 3rd, which is when we started the program, be sure to give us a call and request for that existing account to be transferred to an nPower checking. It takes about 30 seconds. It's a real quick process, but make sure to call so that way they can take advantage of all the benefits of having that nPower checking.
Absolutely. And I would just like to add on to that and say, if you have any questions in regards to any of our youth financial products and services, you have many different ways that you can find out about those things. Follow us on social media, definitely check out our website. And then of course you can always call, like Jacob said, or you can come visit us at any of our locations and we'll be happy to serve you.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Jacob, and for providing us with all of this really good information for our youth products and services. I appreciate everybody joining us today. And the last thing I'd like to just say is Happy Youth Month.
Thank you, Megan.
All right. Thank you, Jacob. Y'all have a really good day.